Right.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Sheana Davis of the Epicurean Connection. Thanks to Oz Robledo doing our IT and tech for the Zoom meeting, and Ben Sessions is handling the video today. So thanks for joining us on our Tortellini 3 ways. This is a really fun class. It's super simple, easy, and nutritious. I love that all of these ingredients are EBT approved, SNAP and WIC, so anyone can make these recipes today. It's also one of our household favorites, and one of our top ordered catering items are these 3 tortellini dishes. So today, over here, I'm going to make tortellini skewers. If you have kids at home, this is a great activity, especially during SIP. I mean, Oz, you could have Augie making tortellini skewers all day long. So I get the skewer sticks, and you can use any type, and then I get tortellini, and I actually show you the bag that we buy at our local supermarket. We use a Lucky's brand, Armiano, and they're frozen tortellini. You get spinach, cheese, meat. Today we have the cheese, and then we're going to decorate them with toppings to show you how simple it can be to have your family a meal by using a bag of tortellini. So on here we have a basic tomato sauce, which we buy at the store. We have a pesto that we made, and we're going to demonstrate making a pesto momentarily. So we have an Arugula-Pesto here today, and I have some shredded chicken also. So if you roast the chicken, save a little bit of the chicken, and you can add that in and have a tortellini chicken dish. Over here today, I'm actually cooking green garlic and leeks because one of our local farmers brought us a bushel of green garlic and a fresh leek. So while we're doing our cooking class, we're actually making something else. So we're going to add this in addition to your tortellini dishes. So if you were to make tortellini skewers, you could put 2 or 3 or 4 on a skewer. We use these in our catering. And then you can either A, toss your tortellini with a pesto or marinara, or a Meyer lemon is one of my new favorites. So I have a Meyer lemon olive oil. We use one that's made in Sonoma County by Asti, but most of your local grocery stores will carry a Meyer lemon olive oil. And it's a great flavor addition. It's very spring. It really adds to the tortellini. May I have that bowl, please, Ben? Thank you. You can wave, Ben. So I have the tortellini skewers, which today I think I'm going to drizzle with the pesto. And this is a great way, appetizer, if you make them, you can make, marinara tortellini. Then you can, I'll hold this up so you can see them. It makes a great appetizer, a nice way to have a fun afternoon activity. In the summertime, we put cherry tomatoes in tortellini, or make a tortellini, mozzarella, and cherry tomato skewer. So this is a really fun activity for kids to make. And again, it's one of the most ordered items in our catering. So we have the tortellini skewers. I'm going to make a bowl of the tortellini. So what I did, I buy them frozen, and I simmer them for 2 minutes till they're al dente, like cooked but not too soft. That way it allows them to stay on the skewers. It also gives you a little flexibility to use them as skewers or as a salad or heat them up. So I'll make one dish here. I use the tortellini, and I add in a drizzle of the Meyer lemon olive oil. And, there's also blood orange, there's basil, all types of flavored olive oils. Go to your preferred supermarket. In the olive oil section, you'll find flavored oils. And a flavor goes a long ways. So I have a cup of tortellini and a teaspoon of Meyer lemon olive oil. And all of these recipes, we'll email to you this afternoon. So we'll not only talk to you about them, we'll also email them and the video to you this afternoon, thanks to Oz and his tech abilities. So I have the tortellini Meyer lemon. And then I think today I'm going to add in a little bit of the shredded chicken. And this is a great way to make a dish. Say if you did roast the chicken the first night, of course, be sure to make chicken stock out of the carcass, and then save some of the shredded chicken. Add it in, and I know this is one of Ben's favorite lunch dishes, also my parents. And Oz, you always get the food we make in class, so you're going to have some tortellini chicken salad today. And so we have tortellini skewers. We have tortellini Meyer lemon chicken. And hey, Oz, since you're going to eat this, would you like some spring leeks and garlic in your pasta?
Yes, please. My mouth's already watering.
Okay. So, Oz, do you want to open it up for any questions before I go to make the pesto?
Sure, folks. If anybody has a question, feel free to chat me up there or do the little hand raise. If you're on a computer, it'll be on the bottom of your screen there. If you're on an iPad, it'll be on the kind of top left. I don't see any questions coming in so far.
Okay. Well, then we will move over to the left to our food processor. I have in the food processor fresh garlic that we chopped up because it's kind of awkward to chop the garlic in front of you on the video. So I have a 1/4 cup of chopped garlic in here, and then I have fresh arugula greens. What's nice about this recipe is you're going to be able to make it with arugula, basil, your choice. This recipe is not married to one green. In fact, it's a fantastic way to use up your greens in your refrigerator. We make a kale pesto. We make an arugula pesto. I mean, you can truly use any greens that you get your hands on. We get a CSA every week from a local farm. So we got his nice, beautiful arugula with blossoms today. And I'm going to put it into the Cuisinart.
And Sheana, while you do that, there's a couple questions that just came in. The first one is, what is the difference between green garlic and regular garlic?
Great question. So the green garlic is the garlic as it grows up before it grows into a bulb, and it's soft and tender, like a baby leek. The garlic cloves are after the green garlic has grown. You eat the green parts of the garlic, and then the bulb turns into a bulb, and those are the garlic cloves that we peel and eat at home.
Great. And then the second one, how did she make the leeks and garlic? Were they sauteed in oil?
So the leeks and garlic, so I have this in olive oil, garlic and leeks and spring garlic, the green garlic, pardon me, simmering it, and then I added in some white wine. And this recipe, since we're here today, I'll include this in a smaller home portion for you to make at home with the leeks. And if you can't find spring garlic, use the leeks. It makes a beautiful saute. And then I added in some of the Meyer lemon olive oil. It is the season. All the fresh leeks are coming out. Citrus season. If you can get your hands on Meyer lemons, the zest is delicious. So I'll include the leeks and garlic with the olive oil, Meyer lemon olive oil, salt, and pepper for you to enjoy at home. Next question.
Looks like we cleared out the question cache. As they come in, I'll let you know.
So I'm going to puree the greens. It's going to make it a little loud for the moment. Okay. Now I'm going to add in the 2 cups of olive oil. Pardon me, people. There we go. I'm going to add in the olive oil that I pre-measured. And this recipe is great because you can make it and you can freeze it. So if you're not going to eat all of the olive oil at one time, or the olive oil, the pesto, you can make it, and then you can also freeze it. You can freeze it in ice cube portions or little Ziploc bags of pesto laid flat. Makes a great flavor when you're making a dish and you realize, oh, I could add some pesto to this dish. So it's a great recipe to make when basil's in season and you can get it for a good price. We make the kale pesto, spinach pesto, mustard green pesto. So last week we made nasturtium green pesto. So Ben's job is to forage nasturtium and blossoms. I save the blossoms for the tea we make, and we use the leaves to make a pesto. It's delicious. It's nasturtium, orange juice, olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic. And that recipe is already on our website for you. If you go to Epicurean Connection and then you click on recipes, those recipes are already on here, the pestos, the Meyer leek. So and please enjoy those recipes. I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of white balsamic vinegar. The white balsamic vinegar is a lower acidity, a little more on the sweet side. It gives a nice balance to the arugula strength. So I'm going to puree this. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. And today, I use the kosher salt. You can use any salt you have in your home, and pepper. I'm just going to give it a sprinkle of salt and pepper, and then you have a delicious pesto ready to enjoy in your home. This pesto is delicious with grilled chicken over roasted vegetables, of course, on our tortellini. And it is the easiest recipe to use. And once you've made it once, you're going to love making it because you really can use up all your greens that you get in your produce section, or if you get a CSA delivered farm. That is how we've had to become creative on making our pestos because, for instance, when Ben and I go up to Mendocino County, our friend has a farm with, 100 feet of nasturtiums, and we every time we clear them out and bring them home. So it's a fun part of our culinary travels is harvesting and gleaning food that may get wasted. So it's a pleasure. Last week, Ben, we got Meyer lemons and oranges. So we made lots of fresh orange and Meyer lemon juice. I'm just going to give this a puree, pardon me. Okay. Ben, would you like to taste? We'll have Ben be our taste tester. So please enjoy this recipe. If you have a chance to add Meyer lemon juice to this recipe, please do. You can replace the white balsamic with lemon juice or orange juice. So this recipe can really be flexible on what you do prepare. Delicious with scallops. This week on our menu, we have prawns that are in this pesto. And we make a pesto every week, and then we deliver it in our food delivery services right now, which has become greatly popular. Thanks, Oz and Emily. You're on our list of delivery. Does anybody have any other questions regarding the pesto and the Meyer lemon olive oil tortellini?
Looks like you may have been covering everything phenomenally well. Here we go. Does pesto need to have cheese in it?
It does not have to have cheese in it. No, I mean, you could add cheese into a pesto. You could dollop fresh chèvre or fromage blanc, put some grated Parmesan or grated Asiago, even grated mozzarella. So you can add any cheese you'd like to this tortellini recipe. Great question. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheana. Great answer. And about how long do you recommend keeping the pesto in the fridge if you decide not to freeze it?
I would say 2 weeks is a good time frame. We label them with Sharpie so that we know the date. And I know that's very catering restaurant oriented, but it's a great habit to get into is date items when you open them or make them. We use a Sharpie and we use blue tape, and it really helps keep your inventory in your refrigerator fresh. Great question again. Oh, so here's our blue tape. Thanks, Ben. We buy the blue masking tape, and then we just label and date everything in our refrigerator. Hey, Oz, I have one question. Is it possible for everybody to type in where they're calling in from? Because I'm curious if anybody's local or from afar.
Yeah, the folks can chat that. And we can go Wild West here. It looks like we have one person from Kenwood.
Oh, great.
Santa Rosa.
Thank you.
Glen Ellen. Oh, Nevada. Wait a second. What was here?
Oh, excellent.
Oh, yep. Yep, over by Tahoe, Minden area. Looks
Fantastic.
like so far, Lori is the farthest from Albuquerque.
Oh, welcome, Lori. Thanks for joining us. And I do want to give the Press Democrat a thank you. They did a really nice write-up today on our complimentary Zoom classes that are every Wednesday at 11. Next week, we're going to have our farmer be our guest. So we have no idea, but it's going to be fun. Our farmer, William, who farms at Donham Estate and Kicking Bull Farm, he brings us most of our produce, including the leeks, garlic, the arugula green. We feel so lucky to have a direct source for fresh organic produce. Does anybody on this group have a CSA delivered to their home?
While they type that here, yeah, we have somebody else. So Citrus Heights, Capitola.
Oh, great.
It looks like Jill Hunting from Pasadena says, hi, Sheana and Ben.
Hi, Jill. I just sent them the nasturtium recipe just yesterday.
Looks like somebody's using Farm Fresh to You, and Emily and I are doing the CSA from Paul's.
And in Sonoma and Mendocino County, you can order Feed, F-E-E-D. They're doing a weekly delivery to Sonoma, Napa, and Mendocino County. That's a great one that's just really come up. They do a lot of gleaning of produce and then do direct home delivery, which is really nice. So what I did here is I mixed the rest of the pesto into the tortellini. Hope you're getting hungry, Oz.
Oh, I am. I'm perpetually hungry.
So I would like to thank everybody for joining us for our tortellini 3 ways. I think we actually got the tortellini 5 ways. But please do, eat a good, healthy meal. And sometimes a simple meal like a tortellini out of the freezer bag can be just totally delicious when you look in your fridge and you can use up your pesto or some shredded chicken. We oftentimes use the smoked lily bird turkey. And so please, in the summertime, when the vegetables are coming in, add some tomatoes, some mozzarella, the question about the cheese, sprinkle some, grated Parmesan over the top. And there's so many ways to use a bag of tortellini. And my goal in the weekly Zoom classes is to make food accessible, fun, and a pleasure to eat in the end. So I hope you all enjoy these recipes we give you. I'll mail those out to you this afternoon. And hopefully we'll see you all back next week at 11 o'clock for our next culinary class with guest farmer kicking both arms. And thank you all. Thank you, Oz, for managing the tech and IT. Ben, thank you for being our video extraordinaire. And thank you all for joining us today.
All right, and let's go. Thank you, Sheana, for this awesome class. And let's go a little Wild West. I like to live dangerously. I'm going to unmute everybody. And so if you guys want to say hi or thank you to Sheana or anything, here we go. All right, everybody should have audio. So just not everybody at once. Thank you, Sheana.
Thank you, Sheana.
You're very welcome.
I
hope that you find this class accessible
for your
home
kitchen.
kitchen.
Great ideas.
Oh,
Thank you. You know, and
Thank you so
if you have
much.
access, you know,
All the try for your kids.
oh, thank you. And we hope you'll join us again next week with our farmer. And we'll if you want to join the meeting, you go to our Epicurean Connection website, and on the bottom right is our calendar, where you can click to join the Zoom meeting, and we'll post that one in the next day or two, and you'll be able to join our weekly meeting if you go to our calendar on the epicureanconnection.com, and we'll email these recipes out to you after the class this afternoon. So I'd like to thank you all for joining us, and I hope you're all staying safe and healthy during the SIP. Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.